Hi guys, and welcome to Sisters in the City with me, Anna Vakili.
And me, Mandy Vakili. Oh my God, I'm still eating.
What is up with you?
I was hungry.
And look, your water bottle's here, killing the vibe.
I'm so sorry.
Whenever we start a podcast, I'm like, Mandy, can you get your shit off the table?
It's like home. It's at home. Guys, I'm in a really good mood today.
Good.
And like,
Change from last week.
it wasn't even last week when we recorded that one as
Yeah,
well. It was
well,
like 2 days ago.
As in last week's episode.
Yeah. This is what I want to feel like when I come to do these podcasts, because otherwise, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to do it.
Really?
When I'm really depressed, I don't want to do it. I don't read the comments because I know it's all gonna be like, Gingerbread don't give a fuck about you, all this shit. But this is the problem with this podcast. I don't come and sit here on really good days and be like, today was fantastic and he did this and this and this and we're so happy and we're so lovey-dovey. That's just weird. I can only come here when I'm like, and express the bad parts. That's what you do with your girlfriends.
I agree. We come in here, we're real, whatever we're going through, we talk about. We always just ourselves. But I've seen a few comments where people say, you know what, we shouldn't normalize like our relationships and think, you know, we always say, oh, all couples argue and we all have good and bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think we ever do normalize our
I don't think we
relationships.
do.
Me and Mandy have always been very, very open in the fact that our relationships are a bit toxic. We're a bit toxic as well.
We don't normalise it.
We've never said that this is normal or this is what you should be doing. We've just said all...
What do you mean? The whole title of the episode is my arguments with my boyfriend are not normal.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck are they on about, man? Shut up.
Stop being horrible.
It's the truth, though. We
Anyway,
literally said it's not normal.
Everyone's very... I know you haven't read the comments. You're very sensitive about gingerbread, isn't it? People could literally say, you're butters,
God,
Mandy.
Anna, always, any moment to take a dig. You're very sensitive, aren't you,
I'm not
Mandy?
taking a
You're very
dig.
sensitive.
How is that a dig? How is that a dig?
I don't know. Go on, Anna.
I'm saying, I think it's funny because anyone can literally say anything about you. They can say you're butters, you're like dead, you're this, you're that. They can say anything and you don't care. But when it comes to gingerbread, you're quite sensitive. That's not a dig.
It's only because...
She's so weird.
So sensitive,
She just wants to attack me.
I'm so sensitive, guys.
Why do you want to attack me all the
I
time?
don't. I'm so sensitive. I don't want to
you're
read
sensitive
it.
about that.
I don't want to read it because it'll make me feel like I only come here when the bad is really bad and tell you about the really, really bad, but I don't come here and say the good. So it's kind of biased. It's not an objective analysis of the relationship. It's just like your friends.
But you know that yourself, so why do you care? Just like you know if you're not butters and you read when people say you're butters, you don't care.
I don't know, just the way like there's something I know which is the full truth and people only know part of it, you get a bit more defensive, whereas like my looks are out there, judge it how you want. If you think I'm ugly, you think I'm ugly. If you think I'm pretty, you think I'm pretty. But like my relationship, I'm giving like pieces out there and then I get a bit annoyed because then I'm like, oh, why now people think it's all that. It's like 100% that, where they don't know the other side of it.
I think you should make an effort to start saying the good stuff as well.
I don't feel like that's normal. I don't feel like you do that even with friendships. I don't feel like...
Really?
No, because when you come mainly and vent to your friends about like your heartaches, because that's where you need to release the burden.
Mandy, me and you always talk about the cute things that our boyfriends do.
I don't really.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
He just did this for me. He said this to me in the morning. He kissed me all over the face before I left.
I don't think
and like
we do that
he said,
a lot.
always do that. We always do that. I'm like, Cowslick said this to me today, and you're like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Like we always do.
Okay, but I mean...
I think make an effort to do that in the podcast. Why not? So people can see the other side of it.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't need to do that. I don't feel the mental need, whereas releasing the stress and the pain is like therapeutic and it makes you feel better. That's why you do it, right?
Yeah.
Expressing hard,
Like
and
when
bad.
people go to therapy.
Right, expressing the sadness and the pain in your life, like releases a burden on you and makes you feel better. Whereas telling the good stuff doesn't. In fact, it makes you feel a bit cringe.
No, that's not true. Actually, a therapist probably would tell you, you know, in the morning, wake up and say all the good stuff that you've got. You should talk about all the good stuff your relationship has. It's actually a good thing to do. I'm saying we should put the effort, both of us, to talk about the good stuff.
Probably.
It will make us feel, I think it will make us feel better. People will see the other side of things. Why not?
Yeah,
We should.
I just don't feel the urge. That's what
You
I'm
don't
trying to
feel
say. I don't feel the urge.
I get that. You don't feel the urge because just like when someone
Right.
goes to therapy, they feel the urge to let out the bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think you won't realize how much good it will do until you do it.
I don't know.
And we do
I don't
with
like
each
doing
other.
that.
We
I
do
don't
with
really
each
like saying too much good stuff. I believe in the evil eye. I'd rather everyone think everything is terrible than everything's amazing.
Anyway, you look really nice today.
Do I?
Yeah, lashes. What's going on with your
Well,
lashes?
Gingerbread took me makeup shopping yesterday.
Yeah, you look really nice.
Really, it's new concealers. Yo, Sephora has opened in Westfield's Shepherd's Bush, guys.
What new concealers?
I don't know, I'm trying this one called Milk with like a different tart one and I've mixed it up and I I don't know. I'm
You're
doing
really,
bits.
really popping today.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I had a lot of time and I just thought, let me try this new makeup. So basically, yeah, I thought I'd just quickly actually catch up, let everyone know. So we sorted it and blah, blah, yeah, he's done all this cute stuff. This is what I mean. Like, I just want to tell everyone about like the more tapness that he's got. This is what I want to talk about. Like, I want to talk about how tapped Gingerbit is. Like,
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about the good stuff. Okay, like he took me around shopping, saying sorry, blah, blah, whatever. Who cares? Okay, so today, yeah.
Yeah, but it was really cute.
Yeah.
Like, it was really nice. We spent a nice day yesterday. Me and Kowslick, her and Gingerbit, we went Westfield. We went and had something to eat.
It was perfect though, because we go separate.
Yeah.
Because they become really annoying when they're around each other.
I think if it was down to Kowslick, he would have stuck to Gingerbit. I just think...
Oh, same.
No, I just think like Kowslick just always wants to be around you guys.
Oh.
And it's like...
Does he like that?
I'm like, Kowslick, you do know that they just want to do their own thing?
No, I thought you guys wanted to.
Anyway.
I said let's go separately because Gingerbit can be so annoying around Kowslick and make stupid jokes like, hey Kowslick, we should open up a brass house. Like, just to wind me up. So I'm just like, Anna can have a much better time when she's just alone with Kowslick. And plus, anyway, I'm more likely to get Gingerbit to buy me things when it's just me and him. So anyway, it was really nice. We went, done our separate thing and then we went cinema, which was really good.
We watched, I haven't been cinema for so long, and up until like yesterday when we went, I've been like, oh, Kowslick, let's go cinema. He's like, I hate the cinema. He's like, I hate it. You can't pause it. You can't go for a fag. You can't talk in between. Like, it's so shit. And I'm like, no, I love cinema. But you know what? For the first time yesterday, I realized I feel like I've grown out of cinema. I don't like it anymore.
Oh, really?
I don't like it
I
anymore.
thought you were going to say the opposite.
I mean, the film was amazing, but in general, like, I didn't like it. I like to talk in between. I like to make comments in between. And it's like,
I get what you're saying.
It's too pitch black. Like, I like to look at Kowslick's facial expressions.
You
Like,
can see
have
their
you not
facial
realised
expressions.
when I watch things with you, I always look at your face?
Yeah, but you can see their facial expressions. It wasn't that
It
dark.
was really dark that I kept, when I went to get my nachos, I kept putting my hand in the cheese dip instead of getting my crisp. And by the end of it, my hands were so sticky because I kept accidentally going to, that cheese sauce went everywhere. It was just like hot dog sauce everywhere. It was just a mess.
I know, yeah, same, me too. I was just eating blindly, completely blindly. But like the experience of like a massive screen is like amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like you're more immersed. I feel like my problem is I'm with someone that can't watch a movie without like, after 10 minutes, he has to go for a fag or go on his phone or check something. Next thing you know, there's like 45 minutes gone past and like we've missed like we've lost the feeling of the movie. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get you.
Like we're not in the flow anymore.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, it was annoying because the cheese and the hot dogs and shit, it was a bit of a
Couldn't
mess.
see what I was eating. It was just a hot mess. But anyway, it was a nice day out altogether.
Yeah, so today I wake up. Anyway,
What were you going to say? You
tell the tapness. Okay, so I don't know what is the most ridiculous thing. Yeah, he just wanted to argue. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Does he not get tired of arguing?
I don't know what it is, a testosterone or whatever. Like, I don't know. He needs to release it somewhere. He needs to do extra hours in the gym. He needs to go do like kung fu or some shit. Yeah, because he's got too much of this energy. So he calls me. He's like, do you know what? I think you're a piss taker, you are. I've never met anyone as more ungrateful as you. Blah, 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 going on and on and on.
Called you from work?
Yeah, he's on his way. I don't know where he is, out and about, so like driving around. And it's literally about the most pathetic, ridiculous thing. It doesn't even make sense. It's something about the smart car, which was at your place, like me saying, I want us to take it from the studio home. And he's saying it doesn't have battery. Literally, from thin air, he pulled out argument. Honestly, it's very amazing how he did it. And he's just like, you're just such a piss taker. I've been with so many women and none of them been as piss taker as you. Like trying to wind me up, yeah?
After the whole thing that you've been through this week.
I was like, I was actually, I'm not joking, laughing. I had to hold the phone away from me to laugh because I can't show him laughing because then he'll think it's okay to do this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I've been with many men as well and like none of them have
But
needed.
I don't understand the actual problem. The smart car.
Anna, it's so stupid. I was like, okay, I want Anna to drive the smart car, pick me up, take me to the studio, and then drive me back here. He's saying it doesn't have battery. The reason it doesn't have battery is because I had to drive it to Anna and Kowslick's in the morning. And you're just a piss-taking, ungrateful person that you have these expectations of me to solve your journeys.
Okay.
I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
I don't even know where it came from. He just bought it from nowhere. And then he's like, you know what? Fuck this relationship. Yeah, like... I don't want this relationship. Like, it's just fucking long. Like, I don't want to be in this. you know what, I'm cancelling Dubai. Okay, yeah. And then this whole time I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to cancel my reservations that I've made because I don't want to mess people around. If you don't mind sending my ticket to me.
Yeah.
And so I can like change my flights and go with my friends, yeah? Because there's no better time to make someone an ex than before DXB. Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, and then he's like, yeah, get your own flight. I was like, okay, I will. I just thought since you're dumping me and since like you're, you know, starting all this and cancelling our holiday, I thought you'd give me the flight. Anyway, this whole time, like, being very calm and serious, and he's just going crazy. He keeps calling me like 10, 20 times in a row, just screaming.
Mandy, can I just stop you for a moment? I swear we started this whole episode where I said, let's start talking about the nice things that our boyfriend...
That's boring. It's fucking boring. Anyway, then I just like, just ignore it. Yeah, and then he's like, a text message, I love you, I'm so sorry, I love you, I'm sorry, I was rude, I love you, I'm sorry. And I'm just ignoring it. Cool. He's like, I love you, I'm sorry, it's just the stress at work, I love you, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, wow, he's actually tapped. It's these times that I end up not being able to hold myself and I end up switching.
Right, what I told you in last week's episode, don't switch, just like literally look at them or just don't say anything and then they just feel so stupid. And then that's when you win. That's how you win. Don't you want to win?
Yeah.
You want to win an argument.
I was like, why are you with me, bro? Like, if I'm so bad, why are you with me? Like, if you're going to talk the talk, bro, walk the walk. Do you know what I'm saying? Stop with all this gas man talk. You're not about it, so stop.
Well, I mean, at least you're in a good mood. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I was laughing. It was actually
good.
I was laughing my ass off. I was like, this guy's actually so crazy. Like, oh my God, he needs to go see someone. I was like, you have to go and see a doctor. You have to go see someone. Anyway, and then he's just like, the Uber driver was laughing, yeah?
No way.
Because I picked up his FaceTime in the Uber, and he's like, I love you, okay? I love you, I'm sorry, I love you. And I was just like, okay, bye. And the Uber driver guy was like...
That's so funny.
Anyway.
Today's episode is all about our surgery journey, me and Mandy, which is quite long. I mean, we've already been speaking for 15 minutes about...
bullshit.
Yeah, really, really weird shit. So it's about surgery, our journey from start to finish. We're going to be very open about every single procedure we've done. And should we start with how it started?
Honestly, I was in a good mood before this episode, but after this episode, I am going to be in such a depressed mood. But I really don't want to be in a depressed mood.
Mandy, can you go through one episode without saying the word depressed? Because I don't think you're actually able to.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
It's like my favourite word.
This is the third time you said it in just this episode.
Really?
Yes.
What's wrong with that word? We all feel it.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like someone messaged me saying, your podcast, you say the word depressed so many.
If they don't like it, they don't have to listen.
Well, they do like it. It just probably doesn't...
If they like it, then we can say what we want. I can say what I want. And also, what was I going to say about this whole subscribers thing?
So basically, the member subscription stuff, we asked for your feedback last week. And so a lot of people were really nice about it. They were like, we would definitely subscribe for an extra podcast episode. Some people said they want vlogs. It's a bit difficult because people want different things. The thing is, me and Mandy are actually happy to do like vlogs, hauls, skincare, all those stuff on YouTube. Obviously for free. We don't want people to have to pay. Like some people wrote some horrible comments. Like someone wrote, it sounds like you're begging for money, asking for a monthly payment. But what they don't understand is if we're doing an extra podcast episode, we're having to pay for an editor to edit it. We're not saying we're not going to do the 4 that we actually do already. We're still going to do the 4. If we do an extra podcast episode and we get it edited, we have to charge because at the end of the day, we do have a life. Like it's not like we got nothing better to do than come and sit here every time and just do an episode do you know what I mean? And out of our pocket. The thing is, we don't know if we're going to do it yet or not. We're going to think about it with the extra podcast episode. But in general, we're going to try and put more effort to do some YouTube videos for you guys outside of like membership. So it's free, basically.
So basically, like we're not going to do this subscribers thing for now, maybe.
For now, we're going to just sit on it for a while. I mean, it's because we had like a bit of a mixed feedback. Most of it was very, very positive, but we're not sure, basically.
But I was thinking about this while I was getting ready before this podcast. And I was thinking like, let's say you're good at something and it's your passion, right? And you enjoy doing it, but you also want to make a career out of it. Does that mean that you should like not monetize it? Fuck no. That's the dumbest shit. Like, oh, well, I'm sitting here, okay, I enjoy it and it's my passion. But at the same time, like, I'm bringing this, like, obviously entertainment at the same time. So why would I not want to benefit from that financially? That's like, for example...
Because people are saying, like, obviously we're going to naturally monetize from it because the podcast is growing. Like, our listeners are literally doubling almost every month, right?
I know, but it's just not fair that they said that greed comment, because I think at the same time, like, a makeup artist that's starting out would do make clients for free. Because they enjoy doing makeup, they love it, it's their passion, and they do clients for free to promote their business. Once they realize people love what they're doing and love the way they're doing, like, she's doing makeup, then she'll start putting, like...
Yeah, the thing is, actually, me and you are literally the furthest thing from money hungry or whatever, because we've been doing this for over a year and we've hardly made any like profit out of it. So if anything, it's not about that. If we do the extra episode, we need to pay the editor, and
that's
we need
what it was about.
So it didn't make any sense.
Like, no one's going to go out of pocket to do a podcast. Do you know what I mean? That's
literally. But anyway, we're going to sit on that for a while. We're going to think about it. But we're going to instead just do loads of YouTube videos, because that I can edit myself. And we're going to dedicate to it. We just need to be consistent with it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to actually start tonight, aren't we, Mandy?
Yes, we are. We're going to take one of these lovely cameras and take it home with us.
Okay,
and show you a bit of Sisters at Home.
Sisters at Home. That's such a good one. So our first surgery ever. Let's start with that, okay?
Ooh, I mean...
You started our whole surgery phase, which I actually thank you for in a way, because the first one was a good one. You were about 25 and I think I was 26.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one was BBL. I feel like I've had so many fucking BBLs. My surname is BBL now, and they've all gone to shit. But anyway, let's start with the first one. First one was like in London, Harley Street, and I feel it was like very safe, smooth procedure. Woke up, basically had a jacket potato, beans, cheese, and coleslaw straight after. Very like minimal downtime.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a big difference. Like, you know, when them girls go abroad and they get BBLs and then they suck so much out of you and they put it in your ass. It wasn't like that, because obviously it's in London.
And the guy was very safe.
Yeah, I think they have a certain amount they can take out in London as well.
Yeah, but like invisible scars. But I would say I didn't have a big bum after that.
I didn't have a big bum either.
It was just like...
A nicer shape.
That's the way. Like, let's say you've got more fat deposit in your stomach and like less on your bum. The proportions kind of changed a little bit. So it was like better proportions. And then obviously what happened after that, me being the psycho that I am at that time, I was like, okay, I want another one.
Yeah, so Mandy actually first got a BBL. And at that point when Mandy got her BBL, I was like, do you know what? I don't want to get a BBL. I'm like going to try and gym and exercise and get a big bum. So while she got her BBL, I started going to the gym a lot. I got a PT. And then I realized that like with gym, yes, you can get really nice body, really nice toned body, but you can't change the shape of your body. Like you can't. That's fact. Like you can't have like the proportions that I wanted.
You can't change the shape of your body.
As in like you can like tone it up, but you can't have them proportions that I wanted. Like I would never have had the proportions I have now.
Yeah, I think though, like even if you could from gym, because I've seen people that go to the gym and they get massive legs, really bum, like toned
yeah, but
bum.
they're always like quite straight.
Yeah, so you can't
I'm
get
talking about the hourglass proportions you can't get. So I was like doing my PT stuff, and then I even went and got a boob job while she was recovering from her BBL. And that was the biggest mistake I did. Because Mandy got something done, I felt in my head like, I need to do something as well. Like, I can't not do something. Because me and Mandy, we've always done everything together. We've always had the same experiences, same friends, same school, same workplaces. She's had surgery. I was like, oh my God, I need to get surgery. So I went and got my boob job. That was probably my biggest mistake, is getting my boobs. I had perfectly nice, normal boobs. They were perky. They were nice size, they were fine. And I went and got these massive implants put in. After I got these massive implants put in, I realized I made a big mistake that I didn't get a BBL, because I saw Mandy's results and I was like, wow, like they're so nice. I can't get this from the gym. So then I ended up going and getting a BBL as well. This is all in the space of like 6 months. I got my boob job and my BBL. And the BBLs that we got at that time, I think they were like £14,000 each or something like that. It was crazy. It was expensive. And the boob job was about £5,000. So anyway, yeah, that was our first BBLs. It was good, but like Mandy said, both of us didn't come out with like a massive ass.
No, not even a big one, I wouldn't say. And then after that, I got my boob job, which I really needed. I had really, like, let's say, like, big and empty breasts. Like, imagine just like a sack of nothingness. So they were like just skin mainly. So I really needed a boob job. But to be honest, all my aunties as well were always saying to me, like, man, you need a boob job. So I got my boob job, but there's just like some regrets I have with that as well. Like, maybe I could have got smaller implants or, you know, whatever. I got massive ones.
Yeah, like me.
And then, anyway, so now we're two sisters with two boob jobs and two BBLs.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty much okay at this point. Nothing's really gone drastically bad yet.
Yes. At this point, I feel like, not even at this point, the second surgery wasn't too bad either.
I think ridiculous. Like,
still, I think at this point, we should have just started going to the gym, working out, and then maybe in the future we would have got a breast reduction and a lift. But in terms of our body, minus the breasts, we should have just gone to the gym, toned up. We had a little bit of a nice shape, like good enough shape.
It was a nice shape. I think that shape that we got from our first BBL with gym would have been the most amazing body, in my opinion. Like, really beautiful body. Yeah. Anyway, so after that, I was really, really, really skinny. I just gone for a breakup and I was like, I want another BBL. So I found someone in Turkey. Cheap as well, like $5,000. $4,000 actually. And then I decided to do it as well. Because I don't know why.
So, Mandy, I get such bad FOMO. If Mandy says she's going to go for surgery, I remember the FOMO. I was like, firstly, I don't want to make the same mistake I made the first time Mandy went for surgery and I didn't do it. And it was amazing. And then I did it alone. I'd rather go with her to Turkey and do it at the same time. Like, obviously, I was scared. I wanted to look good as well. Like, it's so stupid because I did look good, but I wanted to look better.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of it is just insecurity as well. And it's just like not having enough confidence and like conforming to these like ridiculous beauty standards at that time as well. It was really in to have a really, really big bum. Anyway,
so stupid.
Went to Turkey and I was really, really skinny. I was really skinny. This is right after that ex-boyfriend of mine. Do you remember how skinny I was? And the guy was like, you've got no fat on you. Like, what do you want me to do? And then I was like, whatever you can do. I think that was, putting my body through that was really bad. And the recovery for that was...
Mandy came out of the surgery room, I'll never forget, because she went in first. She came out on the bed and I just see her on this bed like this, like shaking like that on the bed. And then she was like screaming.
And vomiting.
Oh, it was like the most horrific scene. And I was like, wow, I'm just about to go in.
I'm vomiting as well.
And then I was
vomiting and I had one of those things that you can't wee, a catheter for your urine to come out. It was an absolute nightmare. Vomiting blood all over this bed.
When you come out of surgery in London, it's not like that. Like, you literally start walking around straight away. You're absolutely fine.
I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, it's a complete different story in Turkey. It was horrible. And I just got carted out straight away after you. Like, literally, I saw you in that state and I get carted. I'm crying my eyes out at this point because I'm so scared. Obviously, I come out, I go through the same sort of thing.
At that point, I think, like, I'm just getting a tiny bit better. I think the next day I was able to like kind of like be there for you a little bit. Let's just say the recovery for that was a nightmare.
Yeah, we both, honestly, in the hospital at this point, we hadn't even told our mum that we would come to Turkey for surgery. We told her we were going on holiday. And I remember at this point, I got so scared in that hospital. I thought we were going to die. Like, we were so unwell. And then after we started to feel a bit better, we went to the hotel and that was an absolute... I think we spoke about this in one of our other episodes in season 1, but I think we're just going to repeat it anyway, just for the new listeners.
God, it makes me sick thinking about it,
Yeah, in that hotel room, me and Mandy, we had to have our first shower. We took off the dressings.
No, they told us to keep the dressings on. That's what it was.
Yeah, so stupid. Yeah, they told us to keep the dressings on and have a shower.
Massive foam padded dressings and they were like shower with it. So basically just putting massive foam wet pads, keeping them on your wounds. Anyway, we just like fainted basically.
It was so bad. Manny had to call some room service, didn't you? And get sugar. Get some kind of like chocolate cake or something.
Because I knew that our blood pressure had dropped like drastically.
There was blood all over the sheets in the hotel room. It was very bad. Anyway, we came back obviously recovered. And this point, this is when my
I just want to say as well, no scars, no bad scars. At this point, I'm pretty much scarless.
Yeah,
Because this is very
still.
important for me. Like, what affected me the most at this point, obviously, is like, well, we'll get into it, is irregularities and scarring. But at this point, let's just say,
Still okay.
no scars. Like,
No.
the scarring was very well done, minimal, tiny, invisible, basically.
Yeah. So we come back, we recover, all good. And then a year later is when I'm actually on Love Island. So if you actually look at my body on Love Island, like my bum, like hardly any cellulite, smooth, nice bum. I had no scars. I was very confident about being in a bikini on national TV. So like, it obviously was good. I'm so stupid. Like, I should have gone to the gym on that body and I would have probably had the best body. I remember being in Love Island and some of the people in there were like, Anna, your body's unbelievable. And they asked me about what have you had done, but I just thought it was too private at that point. I didn't say anything. But our bodies were great. Like at this point, our bodies were perfect. I come out of Love Island and literally as soon as I come out of Love Island, it's about August time, Mandy starts saying, I'm going to go for surgery.
I'll tell you guys why I was doing this. So basically, and I feel like this is very good for people to know, like it's very hard to get an hourglass figure if you're not genetically basically born with it, okay? Even with surgery. Because every time I got fat put into my hips, it would basically, my body would not accept it. And it would like basically disappear within, let's say, like 6-7 months. And I was always obsessed with having this perfect hourglass shape when I couldn't really achieve it properly. So I was like, I want to go again for this hourglass figure. And I found someone, and this person, I'm not going to lie, I actually feel like he's partly kind of ruined my life.
Yeah. So I came.
And it begins with A. And he ends with I. And
he was a very big, well-known plastic surgeon.
Around the world.
Loads of people had gone to him. He was
the most famous
BBL guy.
The most famous BBL surgeon in the world. He gave lectures around the world to every other surgeon. All the surgeons in Harley Street and the UK that we went to for prior procedures had gone to his lectures. He would do like 10 BBLs in a day.
I think he did more, like ridiculous. But that's the problem, that how many he was doing in a day. It was like a fucking chicken factory. Next. That's not how it should be.
Yeah.
Anyway, so come out of Love Island, Mandy's like, I'm going to go for another surgery. Again, me, FOMO, I have to go as well. Because like...
Bro, like take some accountability.
I do. I'm accountable. I do accountability. It's absolutely 110%, million% my fault. Because I'm so stupid because of my FOMO, I do these dumb shit. Like, why am I so easily like doing things, just copying you basically? I'm just copying you. Anyway, so we both go. No one knew this as well. Like, we were so in the public eye at this point, Mandy. Me and you, at this point, we would go to a restaurant and we were getting papped. We would like, every move we made was going on the press. We were such in the public eye, but no one knew that we flew to Turkey. It was around, I remember, just before my big event, my lashes event. It was around the end of the year of 2019. We flew to Spain. Marbella. And we had the worst experience ever in terms of BBL.
I think this person like should go to prison for what he did to me. Like, I actually passionately hate him. I am still not corrected for what he has done to me. Like, I'm still trying to find someone who can fix this. And I feel like maybe I should give up. So what can I say? The surgery was...
It was about £5,000 again. Because I think people were interested in the prices and stuff.
Yeah. And the surgery, again, the recovery was horrific. Not as horrific as Turkey one, but still very horrific. I had really bad, I remember like nausea. And because my breast job was not like, oh God, I forgot to mention one of my boob jobs actually.
Oh yeah. we'll just, you can add it.
I'll add it on. Before this, I had a breast lift. So I couldn't really lay on my boobs properly. So it was really uncomfortable. You know, after BBLs, you have to lay on your chest. Anyway, so this person had this signature kind of BBL where he takes all of your fat and instead of putting it on your upper hips, he'll put it on your thighs because like he thinks that's how it should look. So I ended up looking like, I can't even explain it to you.
Like a teardrop.
Imagine hip dip times 1,000,000. Like your waist and then a massive dip and then lower down like thighs. It was just so botched. And not only was I so botched, yeah, like pictures that I could never ever reveal, like, guys, don't trust Instagram. And the scarring, oh my God. From this surgery, I have got the worst scars. I am never confident to be in a bikini or in lingerie because of the scars I've got behind me now.
Yeah, so we both came out that surgery with really bad scars, both of us. We've got scars on the back of our shoulders from where we got lipo on our arms, which was so unnecessary. What the hell? And it's just like, why did we get lipo on our arms? Because if anything, it's worse now. I always feel like my arm looks a bit... Anyway, and then we've got scars in between our like bum cheeks. We've got scars I can't even tell you.
The thighs are the worst.
Then me and Mandy went on a big rampage of getting tattoos to try and cover all these scars because they were so bad. We went from having no tattoos to getting like 10 tattoos.
And I hate some of my tattoos, like the most ridiculous...
We literally done some of them just to cover the scars.
The most ridiculous ratchet tattoos.
Yeah, well, we literally did them just to cover the scars. And so yeah, Mandy, like she said, she had that problem where the fat was on her, thighs. I had another problem with my bum, whereas I feel like it had this like denty feet. Like if you look at me from the side, it's a bit denty. It's like wiggly. It's not a nice smooth bum like it was in Love Island. And I was really upset about it. Mandy was really upset about her issues. We were both in bits. We even went and paid like another 6K to go and get fillers. I went and tried to go and get the dents filled with filler. It did not work at all. That went down the drain. So yeah, at this point we thought, what do? We need to get this fixed. And we just thought we'd contact the first guy that we went to for our first ever BBL and see if he can help fix our irregularities.
Yeah, so we went to him and that was like very expensive again.
I spent £13,000 and I think yours was around the same.
Yeah, I think so.
Around 10,000 was your one.
And imagine now we're at a stage where we're not trying to look better. We're trying to undo what has been done. We're trying to correct, like botch this now. Now it's not even like, oh, I'm excited, I want to make myself better. Now it's like trying to take back the errors. And what can I say? I mean, the Harley Street guy, the first guy I went to, he did improve it slightly, I will say, yeah. He made it a bit less botched, but he didn't completely solve the problem. With Anna, no hope.
I went in, I spent £13,000. I went into surgery to get my issues fixed. And I came out looking the exact same. Like literally, it was weird. I didn't have any difference. And I said to him, what's going on? You made no difference to me at all. And he was like, okay, do you know what? Come back again. And instead of going under general anesthetic, I'll put you under local anesthetic. So you'll be awake and you'll be like standing up. So that way I can properly see the issues on your bum. And when I take a bit of lipo out your back and I'll just fill in the issues while you're awake. So this is another £5,500, yeah, for him to do this under local anesthetic. Pay another £5,500. I go in literally like however many weeks after the first surgery under local anesthetic. He's like, oh, lipoing my back. And I swear to God, I was going to faint. Like, it was just the worst feeling. And then filled in my issues, patched it up, and I walked out. I undone the dressings a few days later. No different. Yeah. Nothing. No change. Like, it's actually crazy.
So it's like really, really hard to fix these kind of problems as well. Like mine, I would say improved slightly, but definitely still botched. So like, I don't know, now we're like botched with really bad scarring because of this one person who was like the most famous BBL surgeon in Marbella at the time.
I must say the only time, like, even though my bum, obviously, I've not managed to get rid of the issues I have, the only time my bum's ever looked the best and the least like that is when I really had a personal trainer and I went hard with the personal trainer, kind of fixed my bum a little bit. Like, it's not that noticeable.
It's because the like muscle presses up against the like skin and stretches it out a little bit, stretches out on the like irregularities. So anyway, my God, I should have added that before this basically botched BBL, I'll call it, I got a breast lift, which again, I did need because obviously, remember I told you I had very, very saggy, empty boobs. So imagine like a balloon like that's like really sagging and empty and then you put an implant in it. It kind of just drops all the way down to the socket. So I always had like really saggy boobs. So I needed a lift. What I should have done originally when I first got my boob job is got an implant and a lift at the same time.
A smaller implant and a lift.
Yes. Because obviously I can tell I don't have good skin elasticity and stuff. So that's what I should have done. Anyway, went to this guy around, I think he was costed $6,000 and he was in Hatfield. And he did the worst breast lift. I could not believe it. Like, horrific.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't know.
I lost like pigmentation on my nipple. I nearly lost my entire nipple. My nipples will still never be identical. The scarring was so bad. And then what happened? My boobs bottomed out. So if you don't know what bottoming out is, you can Google it. And that's when the implant drops really, really low and the nipples come really, really high. So basically you've got a nipple up here and then the breast down there. It looks so botched. I met Gingerbeard like that. I can't even believe it. I always say, do you remember me when I met you? And my nipples were like, literally like, how do you even suck them? It's like the breast is underneath and the nipple's on top. It's like, there's no way you could get with a guy and he doesn't know there's some madness going on. Yeah. Well, obviously because I'm so like happening that like, he didn't care. Anyway, so I'm now with this bottomed out breast lift and I've gone and got now some botched BBL. So now I'm botched top and bottom.
And me at this stage, I've got this botched BBL and my heavy implants that I got before are like super saggy. It's like I've breastfed 10 kids. They're saggy. The nipples are fine, but they're just so big, heavy and saggy. It's difficult to wear outfits. It was a nightmare.
I think girls that get like them really, really big like boobs that sit upright are girls who are very flat-chested to begin with, quite slim. They don't fluctuate in weight. They have good, strong skin elasticity. So it's got a lot to do with genetics as well and things like that. So anyway, at this point, I don't know, Anna's got really saggy big boobs and she's got these irregularities on her bum. I am like a botched BBL, like completely botched, like I don't know what's going on, and botched boobs. Like boobs are like...
So we decided to find the most amazing breast surgeon in London.
Do you know someone said to me at the very beginning when we started surgery, he said the more surgery you get, the more surgery you get, yeah? The more surgery you get, the more surgery you get. Why is that? Because the more surgery you get, the more you're going to need to fix and undo all them previous fucking surgeries.
I know.
Oh my God, if I could just only turn back time.
I know. So anyway, find this guy in London, best breast surgeon apparently. So what I need now is to take out these huge heavy implants, get smaller ones, get a lift. And Mandy needs to sort out, she needs to take out her, all you needed to do is sort out your bottomed out implants.
And they replaced it with a slightly smaller one. And they put some kind of, let's say like a invisible bra inside, which basically, it's like creates some friction, holds the implant in place for a bit longer. At the end of the day, gravity is going to do its job, but maybe this would like hold it in place for longer. But I do want to say, by the way, my other breast lift and my first breast lift, I never wore a good underwired supportive bra afterwards. And I think this has a lot to do with sagging and bottoming out and things like that, because underwired bras basically hold your boobs up and there's no way, like the weight of it is going to pull your skin down. So maybe that contributed to my botched results. But anyway, so we've gone to this guy. I need a slightly smaller implant and a lift because I'm completely botched, bottomed out. And Anna needs a lift.
Yeah, so we go in and this is the thing, so stupid. We came out of surgery. I'm just like newly single at this time after like a 3-year relationship. And Mandy is just met Gingerbeard at this time. And we got out of lockdown and we're so excited, like overly excited. Lockdown was hard. And we just start straight away drinking partying, like within the space of a few weeks. We didn't even...
No, I think we've literally laid in bed for like less than 2 weeks. And I think it was like 10 days we laid in bed, which really a recovery is like a 4-week process. And we're smoking shisha, drinking, partying, jumping up and down, having wild sex.
We went on holiday to Mykonos and we were literally on the tables in Namos, twerking and dancing, having just had a breast lift. Like, it's the most...
I literally have a massive tear on my right-hand side under my armpit from like dancing, and then my scar just burst open.
Yeah, like honestly, it was so stupid. Anyway, we're idiots, but our scars obviously could have been much better from that. And then my biggest mistake after that surgery is I came out, obviously did all that, and I didn't wear any underwired bras. Like if I never wear underwired bras really. I always wear like these comfort bras.
And I told Anna at this point, I was like, Anna, don't make the same mistakes as me. Like I've had a breast lift before and I'm telling you, I think maybe that's why my boobs bottomed out. And I was like, do this because I'm going to do this time. And I wore underwired bras immediately after my post-surgery bra little phase was done.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And I just thought my boobs were so up. I was like, then nothing's going to happen. Anyway, a year on, I just could see slowly, my nipples are going higher and my boobs bottoming out. Same thing as Mandy. Obviously, it's in our genetics. Our skin elasticity is really, really bad. Like, not normal bad, like extremely bad. And I just, now, at this point in stage, right now, I guess I have bottomed out boobs. So in a lot of the outfits I wear now, I struggle. Even for Instagram, where I want to take photos, like my nipple keeps coming out. It's really annoying. And I was very close to going for surgery. So basically, when we just got our last one, that was about £13,000 each for the breast lift and for Mandy to solve her bottomed out boobs. 13K each. I'm like, at this stage, I've spent so much money on surgery. I'm sick of it.
All this money on surgery and I look like shit.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, do you know what? There's these surgeons that all these celebs go to and they get it for free and they look great. So why would I not take this offer? I'm not about like getting free things if they're not good or promoting them if they're not good. But if it's good, why not?
Yeah.
Like if I can do it for myself, then I can help other people as well if they need a good place to go to. So I book the surgery and I'm about to go. Next thing you know, I start reading reviews and I basically searched one of the girls that I know went there, these celebs, and I saw her paparazzi photos and you could see from her stomach like dents in them. And I thought, you know what? Forget this.
Like dents in her stomach.
Yeah. And I thought, you know what? It's too much of a risk to go there just because it's free. No. So I found another surgeon which also does it for free, but apparently he's amazing. He's
word of mouth is actually
word
the
of mouth.
best.
One of my friends said he's done loads of girls, amazing results. And I did like loads of research on him, amazing reviews, got in contact with him and he was like, you know what, you can come right now. But then I was speaking to Manny, he was like, Anna, do not go and get a lift when you are not at your goal weight. Like right now, I'm at my heaviest I've been in a long time. I'm going to go and get a lift, then I'm going to lose weight and then they're just going to drop again.
Yeah, that's what happens basically. Because like the fat around your boobs goes and then your boobs become empty again and like saggy.
So I'm just going to wait until I get to my goal weight, which is hopefully after the summer. And then I'm going to obviously go for another surgery.
Yep, man, honestly, guys, it's a bit of a madness. So I went and got my nipples tattooed and I must say, like, I can't even believe it was possible. Like, I can't believe it. I look at my nipples and I'm shocked how, it's like,
Is
you
it
know,
really
all this
natural?
botchness that's happened to me, I really thought there was no recovering any of it now. Like, this is me now. But my nipples are like perfect nipples now.
Are they?
Yeah, they're perfect.
Oh, good.
So shout out to that woman, Naomi Hara, actually. And this is like, I've actually paid, but, you know,
Yeah.
I care about y'all.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, so I went for another, so I was like to Gingerbeard, I really, really want to fix like, you know, my botch shape from that guy, the botch BBL in Marbella. And you know, I went for one corrective one and it didn't really fix it fully, the guy in Harley Street. So I was like, let me go back to him. Maybe he can do it again.
I
Which
told Mandy, I was like, he's the one that I paid like altogether about 15K to when I went for the general and the local anesthetic. I was like, I went there to fix mine and he couldn't fix it. Why are you going?
I think because I've got such scar phobia now, because now I'm so depressed about my scars. I know this person like leaves literally invisible scars. And I was like, I have to go somewhere safe that, like, what can really go wrong? Like, okay, he might not make me look better, but he's definitely not going to make me look worse, right? He's in Harley Street. I've been to him twice before. He's never made me look worse. The scars are invisible. I'm just want to be safe now. I'm scared. And I went to him like 2 weeks ago. And I went basically said, look, like, you know how I have all this fat on my lower hips, basically upper thighs, and I've got this massive dip. It just looks irregular and ridiculous. And I just want it taken out. I didn't want to put in my bum or moved up. I just want it taken out and put in the bin. He's like, yeah. Easy, we can do this. Like, what's so hard about it? Really, it's just lipo. Really, it's just lipo, right?
Yeah, but I
Mate.
mean, it's not that easy, is it, Mandy? You can't just, it's not just like sucking it out.
What if it's like a woman who's like post-pregnancy going for lipo? What's the difference, really, if you think about it? I'm just getting lipo. It really is actually just lipo. I think maybe it's a bit difficult. The only thing that's difficult is that like trying to make them symmetrical or whatever. But it's just lipo. So not only has he not fixed because my main problem was on my right hip. Not only has he not fixed my right hip, has not changed at all. Like the fat that was coming out, I could hear it coming out because this was under local anesthetic. Where was that fat from? Because my right hip is exactly the same.
So
identical.
weird.
And not only that, my left hip, which was perfectly round and smooth, I just wanted it to be like volume-wise even. You know, that's why he had to do both sides, right? He's now got a massive dent in it. So like now I'm botched on both sides now. And I want it to look great for Dubai. I'm going on holiday, on a party holiday for the first time with Gingerbeard. And I was like screaming, crying, yeah? Like when I say screaming, crying to Gingerbeard in bed, like screaming, crying about this, like I've got my post-op tomorrow. I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't even know what to say. You fucked me. He'd be like, oh, I'll fix it. What if he just makes it worse? I'm so scared now. I'm like, I don't even know. Like, honestly, it's so depressing.
Sad, guys. Honestly, we can't explain it to you. If you can just tell if there's any young girls watching this or boys, really think hard before you go for surgery. Is it something you really, really, really need?
I ruined myself, yeah? Like, I look back at my photos.
I don't know if you learn, though, from your mistakes, because you're like always talking about, I want to get a nose job now.
No, I don't.
And I'm like, after everything.
No, I don't. That was just like one of those things
you
you
were
say.
talking about it for so long, Mandy.
Yeah, that was like, forget that.
Are you sure? Because I'm like, after everything we've been through, like.
No, I would never. Fuck that.
And you got the most perfect nose.
Yeah, I love my nose.
It's so cute.
Recently, I really love my nose. Okay, look, the thing is, yeah, it's like when I look back at my photos when I was in like Mykonos, when me and you were in Mykonos, what, like 4 years ago? I don't know when it was, yeah? I'm laying sunbathing on my chest. I'm laying down and Anna's taking pictures of me from behind. And I've got this beautiful perky bum, smooth, no cellulite, no scars. And I have actually destroyed myself to the point like now I can't even walk around in a bikini without thinking everyone behind me is looking at these massive sticking out keloid scars. I can't even sunbathe on my chest because I've got these massive scars, dark, black, sticking out. Like I have actually destroyed myself. Like I've destroyed myself. I don't want anyone else to make this mistake.
Yeah.
In fact, if anyone knows a specialist in keloid, like big sticking out keloid scars, please send them to me. I'm so desperate to find someone that could do something about my scars. I'm more upset about the scars than my uneven, irregular hips.
Me too. The scars are the worst, honestly. I mean, look, I'm not anti-surgery, obviously. I'm actually for surgery if you really, really need it. It's something that's really affecting your confidence and you've done all the right research for it. Like, I wish I did more research.
No, man. I've done so much research on that person that's destroyed my body, like scars and botchness. He was the best BBL surgeon. He destroyed me. And like, you know, when I went to...
There's always a risk, guys.
Exactly. And when I went to all these surgeons in the UK for like my boobs and to try and get my corrective procedures, I told them the story about going to this guy in Marbella. And you know what they all did? Like, they were like, oh, man, his typical signature look, man. He does this to every girl. Basically puts their fat, because they go to his lectures, right? Puts all their fat on their lower legs. And I know other girls, other influencers that he's had surgery on, and I look at them now and it just looks a bit odd as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think as long as I do think it's really important to do your research though.
Yeah.
It is very important and it comes with risks. Just don't do it for the wrong reasons. Don't do it because you're trying to impress someone, like your boyfriend or your friends or social media. Don't follow trends. Like, it's the worst thing you can do. Like, big bums aren't even that much in anymore. Like, it was in 5 years ago. Now, it's not even in anymore. Now it's about skinny. Don't follow trends.
With age as well, definitely you get more confident though. I feel like I am more confident. Even though I'm more botched now and I don't look as good as I looked then, I'm more confident in the sense of like, I can't explain it. I'm not trying to be perfect anymore.
Yeah, I get what you
Do you
mean.
get
So
what I'm
if
trying to say?
people know that though, that when they get older, they're going to feel more confident, maybe they'll think twice. Even if they're a bit insecure, like they'll think twice. They'll be like, you know what? I'm going to grow to love myself the way I am.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm upset about my scars and my hips being uneven, but I'm not chasing perfection anymore. And I was before when I was younger.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is, like, obviously, like Mandy said, I do the same thing as you. I just sit there sometimes and I look at my old photos. I've probably did that just the day before yesterday. Zooming into my bum and my body and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? Yeah. And the thing is like, regret can be the most soul destroying thing. It hurts so much, regret. It's like, I almost get pain in my body when I think about why did I do this? I wish I could turn back time. But do you know what the worst thing is? That the biggest regret that I'm going to have is spending so much time regretting the past. And when I can't change it, instead of just focusing on the present and the future, I'm wasting time now on these going over and over, like, why did I do it? I can't change it. I can't go back time and undo these scars and whatever. Why not just enjoy my life right now in the present and in the future? Because we're all gonna grow old and our bodies are gonna change. And really, this is just like a shell, that we're just carrying us around. And like, if someone's not gonna love you or be with you or find you attractive because of these things, it's ridiculous. Really, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, when I was like crying, screaming, like Gingerbeard with that, I feel that moment was, maybe I should share it, the best he's ever been in that moment. Like, oh my God, it would make me cry. But he was like so sweet. He was like, you could have 1,000 scars and like, I would still love you. So cute. It's like, I would still love you. And he was like, I don't care. Why do you care? Like, you're with me and I'm with you and we love each other. Like, who cares about anyone else? Who cares how you look? Like, I was like, I don't want to go to Dubai. I don't want to be around all these people looking like this. And he's like, why? You're with me. Like, I love you. I'm the only person that matters. I think you're perfect. And when I met you, you had scars. I didn't care. And in that moment, I felt...
It's so important to have, if you are in a relationship, like to be with someone that helps make you feel more confident, you know? And the same with me when I'm around Kauzik and I'm like, you know what? I feel so fat. Like I hate myself. I look in the mirror every single day and I'm so insecure about my body. I've never felt like this. And he's like to me, just yesterday on the sofa, I think you're perfect the way you are. Like you got the best body in the world. Like I don't think you're overweight one bit.
So sweet.
So sweet. So yeah, it's nice. I mean, look, this is the thing about this podcast. Like, we are so real. Loanne's crying here
don't want anyone
about
to
her
make the same mistakes as me.
Honestly, like...
And it's just so weird. I'm saying this, it's because like when you look on Instagram with the lighting and the poses and the angles, like it looks like I've got the perfect body, like kind of in some pictures, right? But that's not true because I'm not standing like unposed, naked in front of you, like for you to see like the issues. Do you know what I mean?
I know, but Mandy, can I just say something to you? Like, I know you're so upset and you've got issues, but like, honestly, looking at you from like my view or other people's, they don't know.
You don't live with me anymore. And
I don't notice
seen me walking around naked in a
Mandy,
a long time.
When you go out on a night out, everyone's looking at your body like, wow, you look fit.
That's the thing. It's so weird. My body in clothes, it looks really nice. But like in lingerie and bikini, you really see the irregularities. That's why I don't get into when I think about Dubai, when I think about going on holiday, I look forward to like nighttime and I dread the day things. Because in a bikini and in lingerie, you really see the irregularities and my scars. And I was going to say to you, I went on holiday with you in Cyprus, I didn't really see your scars or notice them, but mine are like so black and they like really stick out. Like you can't be behind me and not see my scars and not notice them. Whereas I don't feel like you have that issue.
I just think you're always going to notice your own issues more. Believe me, Mandy, when you're in your bikini in Dubai, no one's going to be looking at those irregularities, Mandy. They're going to be looking at your huge ass and being like, she's fit.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Do you know what? It's so weird, because like I don't give a fuck about what I look like around Gingerbeard. Obviously, I live with him and he sees me naked all the time. Like, I don't care about him. I care about everyone else. Like, everyone else in Dubai. Like, that's what I care about. It's so weird. Why? Why do I care about people who are nobody?
Yeah,
to
I
me.
know.
Why can't I just care about Gingerbeard and he loves me and I should love myself and that should be it? Like, why am I so shallow? And that's why I was going to read out this poem that I wrote 2 years ago.
Yeah, read it out.
But I want to end the episode on that poem.
Okay, but then you had something else as well. Another one. You were meant to read it at the beginning.
I know, but I forgot. I can read them both.
Read the first one out. Mandy's a little poet, guys.
I'll read
Do you remember her Valentine's Day card?
I'll read the one that I was going to read out in the beginning, which isn't that amazing. It's just normal. It's not really a poem. It's just thoughts, really. And then I'll read the second one out. This one's literally like 4 lines. I wrote, I have a single white hair, so I pluck it out. But as soon as I forget about it, it reappears, just to remind me that aging cannot be ripped from the roots when the roots of aging are buried in our very existence.
Oh.
And I feel like, because I actually do that, I have a white hair and I pluck it out and then I forget about it and it's just there again. And it's just like, it's such a strange concept in a way. Like,
I just feel like, you know what, me and you could be so much more confident. I wish I could get to that stage of like
me too.
100% confidence. Like those women, there's those women on Instagram that are like so body positive with all their like, you know, hanging skin from childbirth and all these issues that they have, and they're just proud about it and they don't care. I want to be like that. I want to be so confident in my body that I don't care.
I know. And how do you get to that? Like, I feel like this is the problem with like opening up to you guys as well, because it's like relationships when you open up. People either think it's so much worse than it is, or they'll think like, oh, it's definitely not as bad
as it is.
Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? People never know the whole...
They're probably sitting there thinking, whoa, her body must be like,
yeah,
atrocious.
And not even that, they must be thinking that our confidence is atrocious, when really, I would say me and you, on average, are more confident than most girls.
Yeah, agreed, yeah.
Way more confident than most girls. Like, I think out of like 10 girls that you meet, yeah, they wouldn't even be like, they'll probably be like 1 like me and Anna. Like, we're very confident.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still not 100% confident.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I agree.
We still have insecurities, but we want to be 100% confident.
Yeah, we're trying to be.
Yeah, I'm the kind of confidence, this is what I would say. I'm not the kind of person that's like, I'm perfect, I don't have any problems, I don't have any imperfections, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm more of the confidence of like, I've got scars, yeah, okay, I've maybe got some bit of irregularities and botchness, but this is me and I'm amazing even like this. That's like how I kind of see it. But anyway, so should I just...
Well, we hope that this has been a little bit of like educational in some way to you guys. I still have to go for a whole nother surgery. Can you believe it? Like after summer, I have to go and fix my bottomed out boobs. I don't think it's urgent for me right now because I'm going to be going away and stuff in the summer. It's not something I can't hide. I can hide it. And I have a boyfriend. It's not like I'm out having sex with loads of different guys and they're going to see my boobs. I have a boyfriend. So after the summer, I will be doing that surgery. I'll let you guys know exactly how it goes.
And me, I don't know. Well, this corrective procedure I had 2 weeks ago didn't work. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm going to get a PT and I'm going to go hard with a PT. And I'm just going to try and
just like you said, with PT, you can't change your shape.
I don't need to change my shape anymore.
I do.
I think you're going to look a lot better after you start exercising hardcore and lose weight.
That's like the problem. Now I'm in this terrible shape again, some weird shape that like, I don't know if PT's gonna fix it, but let's hope, let's see. I'm gonna assess it when I'm at my goal kind of like physical health shape. I've got one more like poem basically, then we're gonna end this podcast because we can basically talk about this shit forever. And I think we've been babbling on about it for so long. Okay, so this is something I wrote ages ago. I wrote, I used to think I suffered from body dysmorphia. Now I feel like maybe I am one of millions of women in the world suffocating beneath the social pressures to be physically perfect. I admire the women who are not fazed by it, those who are truly comfortable in all of their flaws and imperfections, who have not tortured themselves to meet the expectations of society's modern beauty standards. How ironic, the way I envy one woman's mind whilst another woman's body.
That's amazing. Did you write that yourself?
Yeah.
Wow. It's true. We wish we could have the mind of the confident woman, but we want the body of the other woman.
Yeah.
That is ironic.
Anyway.
But yeah, guys, I can't believe we've actually opened up about all our surgery.
I know.
It's so scary in a way. So weird.
Let's see.
But anyway, we didn't really talk about fillers and stuff like that, but we can just save that for another episode. Though. I mean, I feel like I've had a bit of a journey with my fillers and stuff.
Yeah, maybe we can on another episode.
We can definitely do another episode on other beauty things like extensions,
Yeah.
fillers.
Oh God, we've got a lot.
Got a lot
to
to talk to you about that. We hope that you don't find it boring. So for some people, this episode probably was very boring.
Yeah, I don't know. Let us know.
But for others, I think it's interesting. People that maybe considered surgery or have had surgery or whatever.
I think it's really good for like young people, you know, like that might end up getting sucked into this shit.
I agree. I'm making the same mistakes.
All right, well, guys, we love you and thanks again.
Yeah, we love you so much. Thank you for listening and we'll be back next week.
Bye.
Bye.